I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast.
So for today's pep talk, I'm going to give you some instructions. So if you're driving right now or you're not somewhere where you can write, it's okay to listen to it, but then listen to it again later when you can actually do this project. And what I want you to do is take out a sheet of paper and I want you to draw a large box on the paper, leaving about a 1-inch border on all sides. And I want you to put inside the box whatever you feel like you need to preserve or protect as a boundary. And so this box is going to represent your boundaries. And you'll know that your boundary's been crossed because you'll have a feeling of being sad, upset, angry, or hurt. Whenever the boundary's crossed, then you'll know you need a consequence with your child, a plan of action that you can carry out the next time that child crosses your boundaries. And this is the true goal of consequences. Is to make a consequence for when somebody has crossed your boundaries. So take the paper home and keep it handy and write on it whenever you notice that a boundary has been crossed or you're made aware of a boundary issue with your child. Inside the box goes things like your personal property, name calling, your body, your physical body if they're crossing that boundary. On the outside of the box in the margins, write actions that are okay with you. For example, when a child's angry and says, "You're a mean mommy," well, that's an acceptable expression and it can go outside of the box. "You're a stupid mommy" might go inside the box for some people or for most people because it's name calling. So think of what can go inside and outside of your box. For me, on the outside of the box can go, "No, no thank you, no that doesn't work for me." Inside of the box is, "No, I hate you," and "No, you're stupid." So any no that's in a very disrespectful tone or with disrespectful words doesn't work for me. So start observing what are things that your children do that cross your boundaries and write these things in the middle of the box. Okay? And then as you come across things that where the kids are crossing your boundaries, figure out logical consequences or use the steps for resolving conflict to start to handle those situations. So, for example, let's say your child's doing name calling and it's a boundary cross. You have it inside of this box. So you might want to sit down with your child at a time when your feelings aren't flared up and say, "Honey, we need some time to talk. Is this a good time? I want to brainstorm with you some optional or alternative ways that you can handle it when you're feeling angry at me, because it doesn't work for me for you to call me a stupid mommy." And then go through the steps we talked about yesterday for resolving conflict with your child. Stating your problem. "I'm not willing for you to talk disrespectfully to me. You need to talk in a disrespectful tone. It's okay to feel what you feel, and it's not okay to treat me disrespectfully." And you may change what's inside of this box and outside of the box as your children are growing. There might be things that become even more of a boundary cross to you, and there might be things that become even less of a boundary cross to you. And be aware that the things that are outside of the box you may not necessarily like, but they're acceptable. So learning to draw those lines in a way that's going to work, where you're going to be able to win, so that there are things outside of the box. There are ways that your children can express themselves without getting in trouble. That's going to be really important. So think about committing to one boundary that you know you need a consequence for, and try to create that with your child today. So as you do this experiment, look for one thing at a time that you can create a boundary about and do it and see how it goes. Have a great day. Happy parenting.
Thank you so much for joining me here at the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast. I assume you're here because you're getting something out of these daily pep talks. And wouldn't it be great if more parents could hear more about these ideas for their children? And you can help me in a great way by liking the episodes, by sharing them on your social media, and especially by providing a review on your platform of choice. So if you could do me a huge favor and do that, it would really help get this out to many, many, many more parents. And we can all help our children feel more seen, heard, and understood, which is my life's work, is to make sure that all children feel loved and appreciated, and that we can discipline them without breaking their spirit. So I hope that you've enjoyed these podcasts and will continue to enjoy them. And I really appreciate any support you can give me here at Positive Parenting Pep Talks. Thank you so much. Have a great day and happy parenting.